what are all these pieces of micro rubber? They're already pre-cut, so
yeah.
Can you show us where each one will end up?
All right. This is micro rubber, local manufacturer here in Ghana, and it's also very light to enable the food to be more light. You know, when the prosthesis is putting on and at times it's heavy, then you see the patient complain. So we try to find something very light. For this piece, it's in front of the foot, the skeleton foot, and they also is coming on here.
So this all forms the
front, yes,
the upper section.
yeah.
Okay.
And this one will be formed inside here. Okay, and this tray also is going to form at the inside, the back here, and the top of it. Okay, this tray, and this one also gives me the length or the size of the food that I'm going to produce. So it will just come underneath like this to give me the length of the food. And we have some pieces inside that I'm going to fill here first with the two pieces. So this is all what I have right away, and I need the food to be also a normal size. Let's say when I need 25 by size or 26 by size. Yeah, centimeter, yeah, exactly. And this is what I'm going to put around to make the food, the skeleton brother, to enable me to get my shape or the length or the rounding or the height of my foot. So when I put it, I will also put this also on it again to give me more length. So after that I will measure and see how it goes. So this is the pieces of all what I'm going to use. And now I'll go to the machine and shape some of the immediate what I need to get me the idea of getting what I need. Okay, these tools were designed by myself, and I use the emerald paper, emerald cloth. Okay, we have the sandpaper, we have the emerald cloth. So these ones are designed by myself, how to get inside the feet, the toes, and even shape the nails also. So these the tools are designed for it. And that is my knife. That
Ghanaian made knife, or is that?
Oh no, this is imported from Holland, and so this is not from Ghana. And also this is a steel plate. Yeah, a steel plate that I divide it, I cut it in a size that it can help me. And all this I need, and mine glue.
Regular contact cement.
Pardon?
Regular contact cement.
Yes, exactly.
This came from
here in Ghana, and I learned it is imported from Italy. Yeah, and this also is designed by myself to give me the specific height of the heel height. Let's say when I try to finish, if I want it to be 1.5 centimeter or 1 centimeter heel height, according to the normal shoe that people have been using nowadays. They use flat shoes, specially built from the China, so they are all flat. So we try to also, they also want to wear the same thing, not the 2 centimeters. So I will lower this to get me the 2 centimeter. And actually I use this for my high prosthesis shortage. So this is the front, this is the heel height, and this is the front. So I use all these things to check what I do and give me the exactly alignment of the leg, totally the leg. Finally, we are going to use this as
That's wonderful. That's another engineering $1 billion machine that you made from pieces of scrap around here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
it works. It does the job great.
Yeah.
And these tools are fabulous.
Yep.
Fabulous. I watched you work with them before, and they do the job well.
Okay.
Now tell us about your sharpening stone.
Yeah, this is my sharpening stone. We have one made by the Indians, that is original one, direct from stone. But this is Chinese made. This is why we used to sharpen our knife, and these are not direct from the stone, but it's mill system. So you get the rough here, you get the smooth in front of it, and you get the rough at the back. We have the long one, but I don't need the long one right now. I need a small one. It breaks out from the long one, and I need the short one to do my work. So I don't need the long one, because at times, if you are not careful, the oil in it touch the blue, and the contact will be just
Makes a mess.
yeah. So we need it somewhere, to place it somewhere so that it can't disturb me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're ready
Yeah.
to start.
So I'm recording now, so just go ahead and explain.
Okay, I'm shaping this kind of soft micro rubbers to fit in the back holes where you can see that there's more hole there, and when I seal it also enable me to shape it to suit as the foot. So I'm trying to shape it and put it there.
And that's the piece that will fit in between the top piece and the bottom piece in the back. It'll
Yeah.
slip right above the heel lever. And what's the name of this machine? I know it's a Shine, but do you have a model number or?
That is, we have two names for it.
Okay.
At times we call it finishing machine,
Uh-huh.
and at times we also call it scrubbing machine. Actually, it was not designed by us, so we have a certain name given to it for us to know that if you are trying to finish something or finish a shoe or a foot or anything, that is the machine that you use for the last to make it fine. So you could see that I'm using it to shape what the whole demands.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what I'm doing now. It have about 3 different shapes. I have the bottom one, the medium, the middle one, and the top one. You will see when it reach. We have to explain more.
Okay.
You see, now I'm trying to test it whether it is fine finally or not. So I try it and get the size of and get the shape of it. If it is perfect down, then I will glue them to and join them together, and finally I will put it there. That is how, and I'm just giving the line to guide me. If I'm not using even the skeleton of the foot, that line will just show where I have to place them. That is why I make the sign of the pen sign on it. Yeah, you can see now.
You can see. Yeah.
Yes, you see how
It fits very well
now.
against
Yeah,
inside the back.
yeah. That is the top one. Now we got the bottom, the middle one, and the top one. Is 3 different kinds. Now you can see the top one also is now going to set on it. When it's final, then I'll glue them together and join them, then fix it. Yep. Okay, here also you see the container or the skeleton of the this thing is a foot is made out of plastic, and it's very smooth. So as soon as I apply any glue, it will not have contact with the micro rubber. So now I'm trying to rough the surface and to get it surface rough, so that when I glue it, the glue cannot penetrate, but rather it has some light system of welding system. You try to weld the plastic and micro rubber together. So when they dry, you see the welding system will take place, and when you join them, it doesn't come out. Otherwise, if like that, you just put it on and finally it comes out. It will lose.
Yeah.
So
it makes it stick well.
Yeah. And the inside one also, I'm trying to put it inside. That is the fourth one.
I have to ask you, why is the one that you made for the top so thick? Was that just...
Okay, is the measurement of the micro rubber already.
Oh, so you just wanted to...
So when I take what I need, later on, I'll scrub all what I don't need from it and give me the height.
Okay.
Because it is about 2.5 centimeter thick. And it's very good that they are very thick like that. So when you ship, you don't get
a lot of seams.
Yes. Yeah. Then it just give you a smooth system. And now I'm gluing this together. You can see I try it first, and see now the pen mark is there. So the pen is guiding me and know where to put it. I apply the glue. After applying, I'll wait for about 10 minutes to 15 minutes. If you want it to be firm contact, then you have to wait for that
time.
Yeah. We don't have a glue that just after gluing, then you just put them together. We don't have it. And the one that we have is this one. And I like it because if you have some light mistake, you can just separate it and apply again. But the one that is welding system serious with like super glue, when they come together, it's difficult for you to separate it. You can't. Then you have to.
Mistakes.
So you have to make it another one.
And that's something you need to be able to do. Yes.
Yeah. And now I need a certain thickness of the rubber, and I don't have. And we have a splitting machine also here. But the problem is the rubber is so thicker than the splitting machine. So all the thickness can never enter. We have a gauge there, and that machine takes only 1.25 centimeter.
Oh.
And after that also, because it is micro rubber, it compresses it. It will not give me exactly what I need. So I use my knife and measure what I need from the micro rubber and separate it from it and give me what I need.
And it's not compressed, so it doesn't get bigger.
Yeah. It will be the same as I need. It will be the same as what I need. So you can see now, I have exactly 5 centimeter or 0.5 centimeter, and I'm trying to put it where I need.
Can I ask you how many pieces you normally pre-cut to start your whole process? How many pieces of rubber does it take? Do you remember?
Yes. At the back need 4 pieces, and in between where I'm filling now also need 2 pieces, and the front need another full piece. Then getting maybe 5 is that, and then the
Inside the
inside of the hole also need 2, and the last one where I'm filling, I'll fill the hole there and put 1 rubber also there. So I think I need about 8 pieces. Yeah, 8 pieces. 8. Now it has dry, and I want to put it back on it. You see?
you have to position
Yeah,
it where you want
yeah,
it to be.
Yeah, I had a mark on it, so I
It
just
come.
use the mark as my guideline. Now is the 2. Now you see how it fits. You can see, but yet you can see that it's not yet perfect.
Okay.
So when they join together, you see by all means some lapses there. So I'll go back to the machine
okay.
and take what is
Fix it.
Yeah.
Make it a little bit closer.
fine. Yeah. So that, and the last for the hole under the last and under the feet is being filling, and that is the second one. Put it on. For this kind of glue, if you want to hold, it doesn't mean you have to hammer it strongly so that it have strong contact. By pressing it on the table may make it good contact than even hammering. So after that, then you can just hammering. I press it through the table on my hand, then later I use the hammer to hold it well. So
And right there, you just made the
you see how
mark for the hole.
you see how I am ironing, like I use the hammer like
yes,
iron.
you're not pounding on
Yeah,
it.
I'm not pounding it because I want both two materials to have very good contact. Now, smooth that side to give me the level. And it has to be the same shape because the other rubbers also are coming on. The size one. Yeah.
You try to get it perfectly flat across the
Exactly,
bottom.
exactly. Now, as I was saying from the beginning, I joined them together, but still, it was not one of the final things. When I joined them, I put it back and found out that it's good. Now, there is a hole there whereby we have the boat to hold the pipe. So we have to open that hole for the technicians to enable him to fix the feet on the leg. So before I have to make them hold them so that it will make them easy to see where the hole is. To use the Allen key to work on it. So that is the system here for doing that. Now, hands on the platform. Still I have to come on. Look on it. And try it. And put put the next one on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm now going to glue. Here is a place for me to think about what size or what length of the foot I'm working on. It can be like 25 centimeter long, 26 centimeter long, or 24. So I have to add, because if you measure the rear skeleton foot, it will give you just 23 centimeters long, but we need it to be very long done, because it doesn't have any size. You are going to make your own size, so we have to add it. See that pieces that I'm gluing?
Yes,
They are going around the foot, so that it will give me the base for the
to make the foot
longer, and even the roundness of the ball and the instep and the heel cutters. We have a measurement for all, so I have to get exactly what I need, not to waste even the rubbers like that. And that is the front cover. The front cover. I cover it because as soon as you start to shape it to give you foot, any part of the rubber, the foot, that is the hole in it, you see when you use the machine to shape it, then finally you see it have separate.
Okay. It
So,
separates
yeah,
wherever there's a seam.
Yeah, so all what I need is close everywhere. So when I'm shaping it, it gives me perfect shaping. That is why I'm sealing it, and I make sure to not to harm any of the gate system or the engineer's plan of making this.
On the skeleton.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a springing system in the back and the front where the boot is. So when I put it, I test it and see, even if the movement of the places are doing the same thing. If I press it and it doesn't move, it means what I'm doing is too much. So I have to go back and find something that can allow all the movement, all the movement in the feet works, because I have a special movement for the patient to work well. So as soon as you seal all this thing, then it means it's no more better gate analysis. So I have to do it fine. Now you see what I took from the thick rubber with the knife.
Okay.
And that is what I'm working on now.
And what do you call this piece? This is the front piece?
Yeah, the front piece, the front. Just it is serving something like it's not actually the front per se.
I know, but you
that
know,
is what I'm going to call it.
We need to label things so that we can talk about them, and anyone else who comes along will be talking about the same thing.
We have, let's say, bones like cuneiform bone. We have bones like navicular, calcaneum. So if you just look at it, it seems I'm fixing navicular in front of it. So then later on we go to the phalanges. So all this thing is counted on my rubber, and this is the middle hole. I have to glue it and push that thing in.
I don't think that's coming out.
Yeah, it has come out already. So the remaining one, I'm cutting it out. And the next cover of the front cover will stick or will have a contact with what I'm doing now. So that when you start shaping, it doesn't separate it. It keeps still contact with it.
Okay.
So that is why it's there. But I make sure I test it and see that The movement of that side also works. I don't seize them. And now you can see I'm trying to put the rubber for the length of the foot that I want. So you could see.
We have to talk to the people at Limbs International too about how much the front lever can be cut down, so that if you wanted to make it for a shorter foot, then you said 23 is the shortest length you can make.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they say you can cut it down and make it shorter, but I don't recall any kind of a standard amount that it would be capable of doing.
Okay, what I see from this, I can cut it because I can see that the rolling system on the
plastic
big toe.
Okay.
The rolling system on the big toe on the plastic, it still have a broad base there. If you cut some away, it will just give you, it will allow you to do it.
To make it narrow.
Yeah, I can see. But for the first time, we want to practice or study everything. So we have to allow the whole team work on it, and later on, if we test on the patients and there could be different changes on it, and then we have to ask them before doing all this thing. So I was thinking to cut some part out, because if you just look at it very well, where the boat holds the pipe is too forward. According to foot, it should be in middle.
Yes.
Yeah. So the cosmetic, after the cosmetic, also allows you to make too forward. So we are thinking all of these things, but we are going to try for the first 3 that we have made, and if there will be changes, then maybe we can call them and ask if we cut something away, will it give us the same strength? Will it cause some harm? Will it cause something before we start to cut it? So that is the next plan on the remaining ones coming, because I find all what is not even like not necessary to put that things on, but it's the duty of the engineer to give us more information about it before we do something. So now you can see I get my length of it, so I want to still cover the front. Still cover the front.
And you told me before that you have used this rubber for quite a while, even before this skeleton, this plastic Limbs International, the Niagara foot is what it's called, absolutely. But you have used the rubber for years, and it holds up well. It doesn't disintegrate as fast as the prefabricated or the manufactured feet.
Yes. You see, in the past, we are first designing the foot out of wood. So what we find is, as time goes on, you can see that the foot can easily get spoiled or separate or something like that. We have to use the white glue to glue some together. But when it comes to the time of that micro rubber, we have not found any mistake from it, like how the wooden system were and the manufacture type from, let's say, Ottobock. I think because of the climate there, I don't know. So very soon it can also break from the under. And if you see this kind of design of the foot, you can see the under You can see from the bottom to the front, it have a special thickness in the roll system that I believe that it will be very difficult to break. It will not break easily. It will be very difficult. And the rolling also is smooth. So when the rolling is very smooth, it doesn't have force from the top to break the sole. And if you see the plastic, how it is, if we apply the micro rubber doesn't rot, it doesn't spoil, it doesn't do anything. What I can see, if there is a fire in your house, then it can just burn. But after that, it can never do anything. So I believe the micro rubber will have a lifespan maybe 5 to 6 years.
Okay.
And if you glue something on it like rubber, as soon as you apply the chemical thinner on it, it will take it easily. It can't melt it, it can't do anything. But the wood, as soon as the thinner gets in, it starts to separate the lines that you have created already there. It will separate all of them. So I think the micro rubber is better.
And it's working well. And you've been using it for a long time.
For a long time.
And also you said that the leather that you put over the rubber, you were talking about how it, when it gets damaged, you have no problem replacing it and making the foot look brand new again.
Yes. You are not going to work on it because nothing sticks seriously from the micro rubber to the leather. As soon as you apply the chemical to remove it, you see everything the same thing. You just apply the new leather on it, make it new again. So I think the micro rubber is very, very, very good.
And you also were talking about the color of the leather. You prefer to have the leather be the color you want it to be right from the start. You don't like to paint the leather to make it be a specific color. You prefer to have the leather be that color you want it to be.
You see, when you paint it, and maybe you have a leather at some part and you paint somewhere, let's say the toe side, it speaks easily to people watching the patient on their feet. They could see two colors. So if I use the leather, then it just gives us a very nice color from the toe to the top. So we prefer the leather covering than anything. Yeah, you see, I feel the length of it. Now I'm going to glue the down one on it. It give me exactly what I can just start.
Okay.
On my this thing work. See pen mark for you to see where you have to start. You don't just work by heart. The front rubber. So all these things will be there, but still the movements in the feet it's still
It's still flexible the way
Yeah.
it was designed to be,
well,
which is important.
very important. It has very nice rolling. And this piece also is coming from there because of, if you look at it, it has turned more up.
The front,
Yeah.
the
The down,
distal,
yeah.
the distal end right at the
Yeah, that tend more. So I have also to bring it down to a certain height of the shoes or the sandals that the patient is going to wear.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, it will show in too much toes up.
Okay.
So I'll fill that place. That is why I have the gadgets to put it on and see where I have to stop or I have to increase. So that is why you see that piece glue, and when it dry, I'll put the pieces on to set it down. Yeah. Where I have to mark somewhere also so that it doesn't shift. So that marking also is going to give me guideline before I
From
glue.
the side.
For instance, the back this thing.
Oh, that's the back
Yeah.
piece. Yes. No, I see. And while this is showing, explain about how you put the glue on and then you let it dry and then you put some glue on again in specific places so that it will be able to
Yeah.
slip in to where you want it
Yeah.
without
Yeah. Somewhere, you see, you can never push
the piece.
the piece in whereby you have glue and it are dry. It will not go.
Yeah.
So where it need to be dry before it's set. That place I have glued it already. And where it need to slip, before I want to put it, then I'll glue that place whereby it has not dry. Then that one holds it. Then we wait while the other one glue dry themselves. So that is why I'm doing that. And I'm putting another one there to bring in the front to bring it down a little bit. So
So the toes won't be up so high,
exactly.
sticking up in the air.
Exactly. So you can see the second rubber will come on.
Now, is this the different grade of rubber that you're using on the toes right here, or do you just use it on the very top?
Yeah. This is not anything. You see, in the beginning, I was specific in two kinds of micro rubbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if that two micro rubbers are there, then we can use it because we need some special rubber for one side and a special rubber also for a side. Now, if you don't have it, then you have to use what you have. And if you get the two different kinds, it will make your work faster and neat. But if you don't get them, at times it's very difficult for you to mold it well. So that is why it's very good to get very good two different kinds of micro rubbers to use. One is very soft and very light, and one is somehow spongy and also light. But they are all for specific
Places.
Yes, we want to work on.
You like to use the first one you described down by the toes, yes?
Yes, I want to use them.
Because that molds and shapes and carves well.
Well,
Better than the second type that
yeah.
you use for the rest of the
Uh-huh.
foot, because that doesn't, you can't mold and shape that as easily.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see. front rubber.
Now, is that piece?
Yeah, that piece. We need 2 pieces. So the first piece will be on.
And that's the lighter rubber that you can shape
Yeah.
very easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, a mistake was here, and I took it again and put it back. So that is why I was saying something about the welding system. And if we have that type of glue, the super glue system, it will not allow me to take it off. Then I have to make new thing. But this one, I have to take it and put it where I want to put it, but it still stick. So it depends the type of micro rubber and the type of glue that you are using enable you to work well. And I think we have to select what is good for all. Type of glue, type of micro rubber, then it will make the work more easier.
Okay.